So every posture we do in Bagua, the main ones, work upon a different organ in your body, and they also have something to do, either spiritually or chi-wise in your body. We're coming up to a posture called the white snake coils around. White snake, in particular a white snake in the Chinese, in the internal martial arts, represents your inner chi and your ability to coil around and link your internal chi with your external chi, or in other words, your external body. And that's what we're just trying to do, is to have what's happening in your Dantian happen physically, rather than just having it happen inside here. And this posture, white snake coils around, represents that area of it. So it's giving you great power, so it also represents the lungs. It can represent the gallbladder, but mainly the kidneys as well. So when you come around here, you're holding the ball, you simply change your hands. One hand goes down and one hand goes up. I'll teach this in a minute, but I'm just explaining the Qigong for starters. So this is the Qigong. One hand goes around the back, one hand goes over your head, and you twist your upper body as far as you can go, trying to look over your left shoulder. You feel a lot of tension coming down the right side, and especially around your waist area. You're trying to turn around, but your legs won't let you. You're in a pigeon-toed stance, and the weight is on your left leg, and it will change to your right leg as you stand in this position. Now, in this position, you're working upon the lungs. It can even work up its way up through the gallbladder. If you put your hand like this, you'll be working upon the kidneys. In other words, you're pressing in with your knuckles into the kidneys. That's just the Qigong of it, and you just hold the posture like so. When you want to work this thing of joining the internal chi with the external chi, you actually do the action of the snake coiling around with fa-jing, explosive energy. So you've got to spin around. This is how we do it in the form as well. So from this posture, we spin around on the right heel, and it's like a chi shaking exercise. Your right foot, left foot, your right heel is on the circumference, turning in, and your left ball of the foot's cutting through the circumference, so your feet are sort of parallel. One hand's down like this, and the fingers are extended, and the weight's on your right leg as you do it. So it's just, if you wanted to do that for this joining of the energy and getting what's happening internally, happening externally from here, you do it from here. See how I did a little wind up there? In the form, it's slightly different. We just go straight into it in the form. Just go from here. If you're doing it just as a standalone Qigong, bring it out, 1 and 2. Okay, this next posture starts the same way. You again push your hands out, and you come around as if you're going to do the same. Flower hides underneath the leaf. The only difference now is we go into a posture called lone pigeon flies to heaven. In Chinese text, in the internal martial arts, a pigeon, you see a whole group of pigeons, you throw a rock, and they seem to go off in, flamingos, they'll go off like this, or geese, and they'll all go in formation. Pigeons just go, ah! And go everywhere. So a pigeon is representative of, all birds are representative in some way of chi in the body, because they're light and they fly, they're in the air. So the pigeon is representative of scattered energy. You don't want scattered energy. So the lone pigeon flying to heaven, he's on one track going to heaven. And this Qigong is a method that we have of getting in touch with the Shen, or the spirit in your body. And it also works upon the lungs. So we're in this posture, so we come around into this posture holding the little flower hides underneath the leaf. I'll just do it this way so you can see. Now the right hand will scoop like it's scooping some sand. The weight's on your left leg. The left hand's going to, again, fold down like this, but instead of going like before, we folded the hands like this. Now the right hand's going to fold up the middle, your left hand's going to come down, and your eyes are going to watch your right hand as it flies up to heaven. You don't turn your head like this, but you look up the top of your eyes. And you hold that qi. If you want to hold that as a Qigong, that's the way we've got of capturing scattered qi. And for instance, you're doing an exam and you're, oh God, my mind's all scattered today. You just stand there like this, looking at that palm, and it'll bring all your energy down into one line so you can concentrate on the main thing that you're trying to concentrate on. And if you try and talk when you're doing this posture, it's very difficult because it's also working upon the lungs. Oh, I haven't told you. There's also the breathing with this. When you breathe in, the hand that you're looking at when you breathe in extends slightly, it tenses slightly, and the other one relaxes. When you exhale, the one that you're looking at relaxes and the other one tenses slightly. If I do this exaggeratedly, which I shouldn't, as I breathe in, see? And so on. So the hand that you're looking at, when you inhale, tenses. And the other one does the reverse each time. So that's what you would do when you're doing your Qigong. In-breath, out-breath, in-breath, out-breath, and so on. When you're doing this one, it'll be the right hand because you're trying to look at it, and left hand rather, because you're trying to look at it, you see? You can't see it, but you're trying to look at it. So as you breathe in, the left hand will tense and the right hand will relax, and vice versa, all the way through. So that's what you would do when you're holding that one as a Qigong. It works upon the lungs and the Shen, or the spirit, getting all your energy into one line, which is what we want either for martial arts or for healing arts or just study purposes or whatever you want to use it for. Now, in the form though, we just take the pigeon up, and then you change your weight to your right leg and just drop it. Just let it cascade down, and your weight's now on your right leg. So that's the Qigong part of that posture called lone pigeon flies to heaven. Thanks, Ben.